Hey there, young explorers! Get ready for a whirlwind adventure as we play the most exciting game on the planet. Guess the country. We've gathered flags from all 197 countries, each one waving proudly with secrets to share. In each flag slide, we've hidden two sneaky clues about the flag itself and one super clue about the amazing country it represents. It's like a treasure hunt on a global scale, and you're the treasure hunters. This isn't just any game. It's your passport to becoming a flag master in the geography whiz, all while having a blast. We've neatly sorted these flags in alphabetical order by their country names, making it easy peasy for you to follow along. And guess what? We've divided all these flags into parts because we have so many incredible countries to explore. Make sure to watch all our videos to become a flag genius and learn all the special secrets of each country. Let's embark on this fun-filled journey together, and remember, every flag tells a story, and every country holds wonders waiting to be discovered. Ready, set, guess.
Can you guess the country? Tricolor bands of red, white, and green with a golden crown and stars. Red represents independence and the unity of the Tajik people, white symbolizes purity and the snow-covered mountains, and green signifies agriculture and the country's fertile valleys. The golden crown and stars represent sovereignty and the Tajik heritage. I belong to a country famous for its mountains and the Iskandarkul. Tajikistan. Can you guess the country? Tricolor bands of green, black, and yellow with a blue and black diagonal band and a golden masse shield. Green symbolizes the country's natural resources, black represents the people and the African continent, and yellow signifies the country's mineral wealth. The blue and black diagonal band represents the Indian Ocean and the Zanzibar archipelago. The golden masse shield represents the defense of freedom and the country's rich culture. I belong to a country famous for its wildlife and the Mount Kilimanjaro. Tanzania. Can you guess the country? Tricolor bands of red, white, and blue. Red symbolizes the blood of the people and the nation, white represents purity and Buddhism, and blue signifies the monarchy and the Thai people. I belong to a country famous for its temples and the Thai cuisine. Thailand. Can you guess the country? 5 horizontal bands of green, yellow, and red. Green symbolizes hope and the country's forests, yellow represents the sunshine and the savanna, and red signifies the bloodshed for independence. I belong to a country famous for its palm-lined beaches and the Togo Mountains. Togo. Can you guess the country? Red field with a white rectangle and a red cross. Red symbolizes the blood of the Tongan people, while the white rectangle represents purity and the monarchy. The red cross represents Christianity and the protection of the Tongan people. I belong to a country famous for its monarchy and the Haimanga Maui. Tonga. Can you guess the country? Red field with a black diagonal band and white stars. Red represents the warmth and vitality of the people, while the black band symbolizes the strength and unity of Trinidad and Tobago. The white stars represent the islands of Trinidad and Tobago. I belong to a country famous for its carnival and the Maracas beach. Trinidad and Tobago. Can you guess the country? Tricolor bands of red and white with a red crescent and star. Red represents the blood of the martyrs and the struggle for independence, while white symbolizes peace and purity. The red crescent and star represent Islam and the Tunisian people. I belong to a country famous for its ancient ruins and the Sahara Desert. Tunisia. Can you guess the country? Red field with a white star and crescent. Red symbolizes courage and martyrdom, while the white star and crescent represent Islam and the Turkish people. I belong to a country famous for its history and the Hagia Sophia. Turkey. Can you guess the country? Green field with a white crescent and stars. Green symbolizes Islam and the Turkmenistan flag, while the white crescent and stars represent the country's neutrality and the 5 regions of Turkmenistan. I belong to a country famous for its gas reserves and the gates of hell. Turkmenistan. Can you guess the country? Sky blue field with a golden yellow coat of arms. Sky blue represents the Pacific Ocean and the Tuvalu skies, while golden yellow symbolizes prosperity and the country's wealth. The coat of arms features symbols of Tuvalu's culture and identity. I belong to a country famous for its Polynesian culture and the Funafuti Atoll. Tuvalu. Can you guess the country? Tricolor bands of black, yellow, and red with a gray-crowned crane. Black represents the African continent, yellow symbolizes the sun and the country's wealth, and red signifies the people's sacrifice for freedom. The gray-crowned crane is the national bird of Uganda. I belong to a country famous for its wildlife and the Lake Victoria. Uganda. Can you guess the country? Bicolor of blue over yellow. Blue represents the sky and the Ukrainian people's hopes for the future, while yellow symbolizes wheat and prosperity. I belong to a country famous for its history and the Chernobyl exclusion zone. Ukraine. Can you guess the country? Tricolor bands of green, white, and black with a red vertical band and a national coat of arms. Green represents Islam and the country's fertility, white symbolizes peace and purity, black signifies the oil wealth and the country's future, and red represents unity and the sacrifices of the nation's leaders. The coat of arms features symbols of the UAE's heritage and aspirations. I belong to a country famous for its skyscrapers and the Burj Khalifa. United Arab Emirates. Can you guess the country? Tricolor bands of red, white, and blue with the Union Jack. Red represents England and the bloodshed for the country, white symbolizes peace and purity, and blue signifies loyalty and vigilance. The Union Jack represents the Union of England, Scotland, and Wales. I belong to a country famous for its royalty and the Big Ben. United Kingdom. Can you guess the country? Tricolor bands of red, white, and blue with 50 white stars. Red symbolizes valor and bravery, white represents purity and innocence, and blue signifies vigilance, perseverance, and justice. The 50 stars represent the 50 states of the United States. I belong to a country famous for its democracy and the Statue of Liberty. United States. Can you guess the country? Tricolor bands of white, blue, and white with a golden sun. White symbolizes peace and liberty, while blue represents the sky and the country's independence. The golden sun represents a new nation rising. I belong to a country famous for its beef and the Carnival of Uruguay. Uruguay. Can you guess the country? Tricolor bands of blue, white, and green with a crescent and stars. Blue symbolizes water and the sky, white represents peace and purity, and green signifies nature and the fertile valleys of Uzbekistan. The crescent and stars represent Islam and the unity of the Uzbek people. I belong to a country famous for its Silk Road heritage and the Registan. Uzbekistan. Can you guess the country? Red field with a yellow Y shape and black pig tusks. Red symbolizes the blood of the people, while the yellow Y shape represents the islands of Vanuatu and the rays of the sun. The black pig tusks symbolize prosperity and the people's wealth. I belong to a country famous for its volcanoes and the Vanuatu Cultural Center. Vanuatu. Can you guess the country? Bicolor of yellow over white. Yellow symbolizes the spiritual power of the Pope, while white represents purity and the papacy. I belong to a country famous for its religious significance and the St. Peter's Basilica. Vatican City. Can you guess the country? Tricolor bands of yellow, blue, and red with an arc of 8 white stars. Yellow symbolizes wealth and resources, blue represents independence from Spain, and red signifies courage and the blood shed for freedom. The arc of 8 stars represents the original 8 provinces of Venezuela. I belong to a country famous for its oil reserves and the Angel Falls. Venezuela. Can you guess the country? Tricolor bands of red and yellow with a 5-pointed golden star. Red symbolizes revolution and the blood of the Vietnamese people, while yellow represents the country's prosperity and the Vietnamese culture. The 5-pointed star represents the unity of the Vietnamese people. I belong to a country famous for its cuisine and the Ha Long Bay. Vietnam. Can you guess the country? Tricolor bands of red, white, and black with a national coat of arms. Red symbolizes the bloodshed for independence, white represents the purity and integrity of Yemen, and black signifies the dark days of the past. The coat of arms features symbols of Yemen's history and unity. I belong to a country famous for its ancient architecture and the Socotra Island. Yemen. Can you guess the country? Tricolor bands of green, black, and orange with a national coat of arms. Green represents the country's natural resources, black symbolizes the people of Zambia, and orange signifies the mineral wealth and the country's copper. The coat of arms features symbols of Zambia's heritage and aspirations. I belong to a country famous for its wildlife and the Victoria Falls. Zambia. Can you guess the country? Tricolor bands of green, yellow, red, and black with a Zimbabwe bird. Green symbolizes the agriculture and the country's vegetation, yellow represents the mineral wealth and the sun, red signifies the bloodshed for independence, and black symbolizes the heritage and the people of Zimbabwe. The Zimbabwe bird is a national emblem of Zimbabwe. I belong to a country famous for its Victoria Falls and the Great Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe.
Thanks a ton for watching. If you had fun, a little click on the like button would be like icing on the cake. And hey, why not subscribe? You'll get more videos to tickle your funny bone. See you in the next one.